Oh yeah, we got another video. I'm gonna cut straight into it on this one. This one is kind of wow. It's kind of going to show how entangled everything was. Before we get in the video, this is right before. This is about us moving into a house in Portsmouth, up the street from the church. Right before we moved into this place, I was already pulled over. Right, I told y'all that I was pulled over by undercover. He pulled me over because he said my license plate wasn't registered in the DMV. Now, the reason why he pulled me over is because remember I told y'all about the gay guy that was related to my family that I did his floors and stuff, and in exchange for the vehicle. And then after he came on to me and told me he wanted to bend me over and f me, and I snapped on him and almost put him through a wall. Like I was real upset. He reported that vehicle stolen. I told y'all they charged me for grand larceny with that, and I didn't have time to speak or defend myself or anything at all. They just charged me and they put that charge on me. Okay, I was pulled over for that. The week before I was pulled over for that, they said that my ex-wife had called Eggleston, the nonprofit, and told them that I was a drug trafficker, that I molested kids, that I was a liar, I didn't have a license, like all these type of lies that the then vice president, she was pretty much sitting president at the time because there was no president there. All of them pushed those lies throughout the entire company and outside of the company. Now, during this time frame, I was still working at Eggleston. Okay, so that's just a quick update to where we are right now. So boom, we are leaving a place in Chesapeake and we are moving to this place in Portsmouth. Now, I want y'all to stick this video out because you're going to see how entangled stuff was and still is. So we're moving into a place. The landlord name is a lady named Ashley. She runs a company named Compass, right? Her husband's a big time lawyer out of Portsmouth, yada yada yada, right? Now, also by this time, I had already had the conversation with the old church's son. If y'all haven't seen the video, it's a video that I posted not too long ago. How his cars was sitting at a job that I was working on when I had my first business before they attacked it, and his cars were sitting there that day randomly. Shouldn't have been sitting there at all. And then the day that I saw his cars there, I got pulled over by the police in Newport News, and I got all them tickets. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Not really gonna jump into all that right now, but I had the conversation with him, not accusing the church of anything. I was just questioning what we were doing. He took huge offense to it. The whole church took huge offense to it. By then, I had already had the target on my back from them. Well, obviously the target been on my back from them because I've had been there for so long. And Eggleston had already put a target on my back. So both of them was already spreading lies and rumors about me through everything. So boom, right here you can see on the lease that we signed the lease on March 24th, right? And we moved in a few days after that. Okay. Now, when we was there and we was signing the lease, she kept mentioning us over and over again. She was like, "If you have any issues there, especially water, call me immediately." She said that. We was there signing the lease for like 15, 20 minutes. She said that, no joke, like 7 to 10 times. Again, guys, if you have any water issues, call me immediately. Any water issues, call me immediately. Okay, she kept saying that over and over again. To the point where I'm like, why does she keep mentioning us having water issues? I didn't say that out loud, but that's what I'm thinking in my mind, right? Boom, fast forward, we move in, okay? This is a text message right here. We move in officially April 1st, okay? And we got an issue immediately. Okay, you see the text. The refrigerator isn't working. This is our first day there. Okay, we was still at the other apartment too, so we didn't bring all our food and stuff over. But you can see right here, we're saying like we got an issue. She says, okay, she'll be around there around 4:30. She never showed up. This is my girl texting her again, like, hey, so do you know what time you're gonna come? She never responded. Somebody ended up coming out the next day after, fix the refrigerator. Okay, boom, problem solved. All right, fast forward. All right, couple weeks. This is the 13th of the same month. You see the date right here. We message her. The toilet is leaking downstairs. Okay, remember the water issue that she mentioned over and over again. The water issue is happening. We told us to hit you up immediately. We're hitting you up. Toilet's leaking downstairs. It's flooding. Okay, you can see the text saying that it's water, standing water, starting to develop on the whole first floor. Okay, you see how she responds. Oh gosh, is it still coming out? Yes. And you see my girl tells her that I tighten the toilet down, because y'all know I work on houses. So I tighten the toilet down. Boom, bam, boom, right? Okay, she tells us to turn the water off, which obviously I already did that. I turned the little knob off under the toilet. And the water is coming from the actual pipe itself. So it's coming through the bottom of the toilet. That's what my girl is explaining when she said the toilet is coming from above. She's meaning like underneath the toilet. And then you can see this text message right here that says water is now leaking in the kitchen too. So the whole downstairs is pretty much flooding with water. All right. Okay, you see right here that she says the earliest she can get somebody out there is tomorrow. Okay, cool. Whatever the case may be, she has somebody who can be home. Yes. So I ended up staying home. My girl went to work because she was running the office. Now y'all know this office is the same office where she was fired from because they was vandalizing her Jeep. Every day she was having issues with the Jeep. They was taking the little weights off the tires, childish stuff. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'm not going to go into full detail right now because I don't want to. That's not the focus of this video, and I don't want this video to be super long. But y'all know they were the ones that was giving me food and stuff, and they was poisoning me like with the food they was giving me. And you're gonna actually see an example of that in this video. Y'all also know they were extremely racist, but we're gonna get into all that. Matter of fact, before we move forward, I'm gonna show you this quick text message right here. This from a girl that worked in the office. She was only there for a few days. Well, I mean a few weeks, but you can see in this message that she's saying that my girl bosses, they was talking about me. Okay, this is because of the rumors that was spread about me through the church. And Agustin was already spreading rumors about me while I was working there. Okay, and they were saying that I'm not a good person, and they was telling my girl to get out. Now, if I'm not a good person, why did my girl stay? And why is she still here today through all of the chaos that we've been through? Right. Again, due to the lies that were spread about me and people believing the lies without checking the person that they're talking about. Right. Anyway, moving forward, this is a message that we sent her the same day, just later in the evening. There was a bathroom upstairs too, and when we used the bathroom upstairs, we flushed that toilet. It was flooding downstairs bathroom. That's what this text message is saying. It's saying whenever we flush the toilet upstairs, it's flooding the bathroom downstairs. Okay, so now it's explaining that it's just massive water just building up downstairs. Now you can see right here, she says that the water just needs to be snaked. I mean, it just needs to be snaked as a clog. She told us try not to use the water. We said we'll do our best. Now, what's crazy is, I won't get into it too much in this video, but this same week that this was happening, Eggleston was having me snake toilets at work. Okay, like I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Y'all know I don't make stuff up. But we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna just keep moving forward with this. And if you stick it out with me, I'm gonna show you how entangled that they had got. Right, I'm gonna show you. All right, so the next morning, right, I get sick, man. Y'all, I never get sick. Okay, this is when I told y'all the food poisoning stuff's going on. When the girls at her job was offering me food and stuff, and I would eat, and then I would get sick or feel like I was going to have a seizure or something like that. This is one of those mornings, right? You can see right here, I'm saying, I woke up this morning and I'm sick, right? I threw up in the toilet and I can't even flush the toilet because I don't want throw up being downstairs on the floor, right? I'm also asking her, are we going to be compensated for anything that is going on? Mind you, we've only been there a week and a half, 2 weeks now. The refrigerator won't working. The microwave also doesn't work, which we just didn't bring it up to her. And the and now the whole downstairs is flooded, right? So we have to stay upstairs. Our couch and all that is downstairs, soaking wet, and it's not just regular water. Okay, it's sewage water. So the whole downstairs is flooded with sewage water. When I say flooded, I mean flooded, right? You can see that I'm explaining that we can't take showers in there because we can't run the water. We can't wash clothes. We have to go to the laundromat to wash clothes, right? And I'm asking if we're going to be compensated for any of that, like us having to spend money at laundry. It's not even necessarily the money; it's the principle of it all. It's like we just got here. You kept mentioning water to us, and now suddenly the whole downstairs is flooded with water. You're telling me it's just a clog, but I know it's not a clog because I do this type of work, right? And by now I'm kind of picking up, like I'm observing. I'm not fully aware of what's going on around me, but I know that Augustine is after me and the church is after me. I'm just putting pieces together fully, right? I'm realizing the people at her job are not for me. Like y'all saw the text messages I showed y'all about them telling my girl that she needs to get out. But mind you, the church was telling her she needs to leave. What they was really trying to do is isolate me so they could set me up for. I told y'all they was trying to set me up, say I was trafficking drugs. That I was messing with kids. It's like they was trying to lie on my name so they could isolate me and then they could frame me for the third time, or even worse, take me up out of here. Okay. Because I want to show y'all in this time frame was also the time that I was overdosed. It was also the time where I almost had seizures and stuff. My dog started having seizures. All that crazy stuff was within this time frame. Okay, you can see the test early in the morning, like 8:30 in the morning. Okay, she's asking us how we try to dry up the water, and it's like, yeah, we got our own blankets down there in the sewage water. We got towels right there, and I'm like, we're not just gonna let the water spread. Like we're doing whatever we can to pretty much help you. Um, you know, we live here, so we're trying to do what we can, but you gotta do your part. We can't. We can only go so far. She said somebody will be there this afternoon. So boom, you can see we said, do you have any updates? Blah blah blah. She says he's 2 minutes away. Now, when this guy shows up, he's actually related to the neighbor a few houses down, right? It's like her brother. And I actually ended up seeing him again later on down the road, okay, at that house, like 3 doors down from us. He comes in and he's like, he's talking to us about a bunch of other stuff. He's talking to us about Ashley, like, he's talking about she's very hard to get in contact with, like, she moves slow when she's doing stuff. He's telling us how he won the lottery twice and lost all his money. Like he's just pretty much talking all the stuff. We ended up talking for maybe about an hour or something like that. I don't even know what he was there for, to be honest with you. He didn't come with a snake. He didn't snake the toilet or anything. He pretty much just looked at everything, and then he said that it was a pipe that blew under the floor, right under the concrete floor. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, like I told you, I knew it wasn't a snake issue. I knew it was something bigger than that. And he pretty much confirmed that a pipe blew. Okay. And he called Ashley and let her know. All right, boom. So next morning come, and this is the text we sent her. It's like, will someone be out here to clean up the fecal matter? Because I told you it's sewage water now. It's rusty pipe water. The whole downstairs is bad, y'all. Like, and it's not just a little water. Like, we can't walk on the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't walk through our living room. We can't get to the kitchen. We can't do any of that. We even the step off the stairs to get out the front door, you have to step in this pool of water, sewage water, right? The throw up water is still sitting upstairs in the toilet because I can't flush the toilet, right? Um, yeah, it's just sewage water, fecal matter, and the smell is starting to be out of control. Okay. She says she's in a meeting. She's going to reach out to us. You can see the time. Okay. She says this. She's going to reach out to us. It's like 10:30 in the morning. Okay. It takes us a couple hours to even respond to us texting her that, right? So boom, the next day comes. Okay. We didn't hear back from her at all the day before. The next day comes. We reach out to her again this morning. Like, what's going on? Is anybody going to be coming over here? The smell is getting worse by the day. We are living in fecal matter. Okay. We are living in the house where the whole downstairs is flooded with sewage water. You understand what I'm saying? She said she already authorized the work. She didn't tell us that. Okay. Said she already authorized the work. Somebody will be over there today. My girl stays home this day. Okay. Now, mind you, it's a lot going on at this time that I'm not going to get into. But I'm having issues with the people at Eggleston. Okay. Rumors and lies have been spread with me there. The church is doing what they do, right? It's a lot going on. Okay. It's not just this issue. You can see my girl is asking, do you know what time? She's going to have to miss work again. Because we was like bouncing back and forth, like we're missing work. Okay. She's like, I'm gonna have to miss work again. She said she don't know. My girl said she's just gonna stay there and she'll wait for him. Right. Okay. Okay. So Soda Pro not coming out that day, and they pulled up a little portion of the carpet. Right. You can see in this message right here. She's asking if they're coming back tomorrow. My girl responds, and then she says we're just gonna leave the door open because at this point neither one of us can miss any more work. Right. We're just gonna leave the door unlocked. Okay, at this point, we can't keep sitting in sewage water. So we hit up our insurance company and they put us in a hotel. Okay, now mind y'all, we had been there for a week and a half before we had to move into a hotel. Okay, we paid our deposit, we paid our first month's rent, whatever. With the refrigerator not working, microwave not working, and then a few days later, a pipe blows. The whole downstairs is full with sewage water. Our couches has sewage water. Everything that we have downstairs is covered in sewage water now. The house smells. It's like we can't keep sitting in this. She's slow to respond, so we get into a hotel, right? Yeah, so we move what we can to a hotel. We move our animals with us. We're all in the hotel together. Okay. So you can see here, this is the 23rd now. It's like a week later, right? And we're obviously not at the house. She says that she went by the house. The plumber was supposed to be there, apparently working on the house. She's telling us that the plumber isn't there and that the front door is open. We asked her to lock the front door up. And she mentioned some staging items that she had there that we left out for her to grab. So that was what my girl's asking her. Was she able to find those staging items? She says yes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, moving on. You can also see us asking, do we have an expectancy date of when we'll be to move back in? She's saying she's going to talk to the plumber. When she gets all the information together, she's going to let us know. We're like, okay, because you got to understand, we have to talk to our insurance company too. Like, they have to know what's going on. All right. Even with us trying to get into the hotel, it was very hard for them to get in contact with her. Like, we had to blow up Ashley phone for her to email them back in time, and you're gonna see that throughout this whole process. Yeah, it was just very annoying, right? Okay, so boom, this is the 25th. We sent her a message like, hey, so we was only in place for 14 days. We would like to know the expectancy of the rent, right? And we still want to know when we'll be able to move back in. You can see right here, she tells us that they'll be done by the end of next week with everything, and that we'll be to move back in. She's going to get back to us with the rent expectancy, right? So that's what these text messages right here are conveying. Okay. She's thanking her for the update, and then Ashley tells us that the insurance adjuster will be in there on Monday. So again, remember she told us that we'll be back in by the end of the next week. So the adjuster's coming in on Monday, and then they can get to work, and then we can be back in by the end of the end of that week. Okay. Now, something that's important here is while I'm at work and while my girl is at work, we're kind of upset. So we're doing a little complaining, like we're just talking amongst the guys. I'm talking amongst the guys on my team, this, that, and the third, right? But you're gonna see how everything actually knows her. Listen, stick it out with me. It's crazy. You can see right here we ask if she has an update for us. That was a response to her text message about the inspection. And we're explaining like things are getting a little hectic with the back and forth. When we say the back and forth, it's because it's hard to get in contact with her. It's a lot going on. Like I said, we are dealing with stuff outside of this as well that I'm not going to talk about in the video, right? Y'all seen the other videos that I've already posted. So it's like we have a lot going on this time. We're being harassed and stuff. Like at Arrowston, I'm having issues. Mind you, I know I'm aware at this time. I'm not telling my girl anything at this time because I want her to be at peace, but I'm fully aware. So I know at this point, like I had got sick because of food they had given us. Like I'm aware. Uh, you saw that text message I showed y'all about them not liking me, so I'm aware that people are trying to break us up. I'm aware, right? I'm aware of what's going on. So we saying things are getting kind of hectic, right? Now you can see in this message right here that she didn't respond to us. Okay, so the next day we're like, yo, our insurance company says that they can't extend us past May 7th. Now, the reason why they can't extend us because, y'all remember, she had told us that we was going to be moved back in by then. So the insurance now needs to get in contact with Ashley to see what the completion date is because they can't extend us without talking to her. You understand what I'm saying? So we're telling her we need you to get in contact with them today, right? Because they can't extend us. And if they don't extend us, we don't have nowhere to go. By this point, the carpet and stuff in the place that she was renting out to us was pulled up, right? So we can't move back in there. They got fans all in there, like the big fans that's airing the place out. So it's like it's just a lot going on. She responds and she tells us she doesn't have a completion date. Right now, why don't you? When you told us that you will have a completion date for us, like what is going on? Man? This is just saying that she'll reach out to State Farm, and then we're replying like, yes, we need you to reach out to them because they can't extend us unless you reach out to them. So she's like, okay. She asked for the information to reach out, and we provide her with the information, right? So she responds late that night saying that she emailed them, and now the date is moved to May 10th. Okay, it's the completion date. Okay, so now insurance company got May 10th now. Okay, you can see right here she's explaining that she needs to make sure that no water's behind the baseboards, blah blah blah, which is what you're supposed to do. So I understand all that. Um, so she's pretty much giving us a rundown of everything that needs to be done and taken care of. You know, mind you, obviously we're still in this hotel with our animals and everything. You know, we're driving these longer distances to and from work. Well, it's a shorter distance from her at the time. For me, it's a little bit longer. Yeah, we're doing all this, right?